Hey, BC's here, and welcome to week 7 of the VDL. So we're currently 4-2, and with a win here, we will clinch playoff spots, and so it would be really nice. However, we're playing against Mismag, who's both a great player and who has a very good team into me. Some of their mons include Incineroar, Klepke, Girder, Durant, on top of just, kind of good speed control with Electro Web and like Azelf, who's pretty fast. So my main goal is to set up Trick Room and pretty much sweep with a setup um, Glastrier and Trick Room. That's kind of my main game plan. So I have Mr. Rhyme, which is max bulk with the Ocberry with Trick Room, so it can set up pretty much through any offensive move. So hopefully I don't have like something like Taunt. Um, and then other than that, it's we have the Trick Room mode, which is mainly Paloswine and Glastrier. So Glastrier is exclusively bulk this week, in which we have Iron Defense Body Press to do big damage and take the good damage from their team, and then Snarl to deal with the special attackers. And then we have Paloswine for similar idea. It's very bulky with an EV Light and Thick Bat to deal with, to take fire coverage from Incineroar. And then we have High Horsepower Icicle Crash, which hits pretty much everything on the team, and then Light Scream to deal with the special attackers. And so if they are if I'm unable to set up Trick Room, I have kind of some fast mons in Ninetales, Weavile, and Darmanitan. So Weavile has Fake Out with Focus Ash, and then we have Brick Break to break screens from possible Klefki, Throw Chop for some good damage, and then Rain Dance to both reduce the damage of Incineroar and also boost the damage of Weather Ball from Ninetales, because we have Specs Ninetales with Weather Ball. And a Specs Weather Ball in the rain should one-shot Incineroar if it's not an Assault Vest. In addition to that, if Kleppy sets up Sunny Day, which is definitely something I might expect to see, Weather Ball has a good chance to one-shot Klefki. And so other than that, we just have Ice and Fairy coverage with, to do some good damage, and then Icy Wind for a little bit of speed control. Finally, we have Darmanitan. So Darmanitan has the Battery Berry, which means it should survive pretty much any attack that's not a Flare Blitz from an Incineroar, and it can do okay damage. It's not as bulky as if it was with Gorilla Tactus, because I'm running Zed mode, but with Zed mode, I'm able to protect and switch moves, which is really big. In addition, I get this speed boost if I get below 50% health. And so something that's really reasonable that could happen is Durant hits me with an Iron Head. I take it because I have the Battery Berry, and then after I transform into Zen mode Darmanitan, I outspeed and one-shot the Durant. So that's kind of some of the ideas of possibilities. But with that, let's get into the match. So here are for game 1. So looking at the team, they have pretty much everything I was expecting except Blissey. I wasn't really prepared to see Blissey too much. I'm not that concerned with it because I do have a lot of physical attackers. However, they do have a lot of the big mons I was expecting. I think I just go with the Rhyme lead. And then the big question is, do I want to lead Glastrier or Paloswine next to it? So I'm thinking these four in this order. I can see an argument for trying to set up Weavile at the beginning instead. Or trying to get Paloswine, but I think this is a fair lead, and I should be able to get Trick Room up fairly, consistently. And with this, let's see if they have this. Yeah, like I said, so I'm hoping to be able to get at least one game here. I don't expect them to have prepped too much for the body press Darmanitan or Glastrier, and maybe I should save it in the back, but we'll see. So they end up leading Incineroar Azelf, which is fine. I just lead my Glastrier and Mr. Rhyme. They are intimidated on the Incineroar, which is not too surprising. And I would like to just double protect, but I think I'm just going to protect and snarl on the Azelf. This could be risky if they decide to double up into my Glastrier, but I think that's somewhat risky for them to do that. But yeah, I definitely think I could have just double protected instead, which might have been worthwhile. So we do protect Mr. Rhyme. This also is relevant if they or something like Imprison on the Azelf, but they just go for the Flamethrower into the Mr. Rhyme, which is pretty good because pretty much nothing really, I didn't lose anything, but if they would have faked out the Mr. Rhyme, I'd have been in good shape. So here we go for the Trick Room and the Iron Defense. If they double up into my Mr. Rhyme, this could be pretty annoying, but there's not much I can do about that. So I'm just going to bring out here. The Azelf goes into the Glastrier here instead of the Mr. Rhyme, which means I should be able to get Trick Room up. They are Life Orb on the Azelf, which is annoying. And it looks like they went for the double up into the Glastrier, which definitely pretty sad because if I would have protected here, I think I probably have a pretty clean winning the game from this point. But here, I do get Trick Room up pretty freely. And we gotta bring out the Palace Swine and Trick Room. So I think the easiest play is just to Thunderbolt into the Incineroar and go for the Icicle Crash into the Azelf. This should do very good damage into the Azelf and maybe even kill it if it's not that bulky. I'm expecting Incineroar to switch out here, honestly, to try to stall out my turns of Trick Room. However, I'm really sad because if I would have protected Glastrier, I think I was in an amazing position. They do, in fact, switch out the Incineroar, and it goes into Blissey this time, so it's not, not too bad. The Icicle Crash goes into the Azelf, connecting, and it does very good damage, but doesn't kill. And it's able to get and I'm also able to get the Thunderbolt off into the Blissey, which does very minimal damage. But I flinched the Azelf, which is really big here. So here, I'm just going to go for the Thunderbolt into the Azelf spot. I think that should kill an Azelf from this range, but I'm not 100% positive. Yeah, like it should kill. It should kill if it's not that bulky. And then I'm just going to go for the Icicle Crash into the Blissey. Maybe I should go for the high. I'm going to go for the high horsepower into Blissey. Yes, it's going to do a little more damage. It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't have the flinch chance, but it's going to do a little more damage. So here, this does pretty good damage to the Blissey, and the Thunderbolt doesn't kill. I'm expecting something like Life Dew here. Let's go for the Tri Attack, hoping to get a burn. And they luckily do not, which I definitely will take as a success. And here I'm just going to go for the same play. I'm actually going to go for an Icicle Crash instead. No, I'm going to go for the same play. I think that's a fair decision. So this looks like it's not going to kill the Blissey, but it's going to do pretty good damage. And if they switch out like they do here into the Incineroar, which is not too surprising, I'm still going to do some reasonable damage into the Blissey spot. High horsepower does pretty good damage. Looks like it's just short of killing it next time. And Incineroar reveals that it is a eject button, which is actually not bad at all for me. And let's see, are they just going to bring back the Azelf, or are they going to reveal their last mon? Okay, they just bring back the Azelf. And Grass Knot goes into this, which shouldn't do that much damage. Yeah, I take it pretty reasonably. And we can see that there's only one more turn of Trick Room. So here, I think I'm going to try to get the kill on the Blissey spot. Especially since Azelf has revealed Detect and Blissey's revealed quite a few moves. So here they end up switching back out into the Incineroar, getting another Intimidate on my Palace line, which is definitely a little bit annoying. But there's not really too much about that I can do. And they did just detect the Azelf as I expected. And we just get a high horsepower, which still does very good damage into the Incineroar. And if they're not Assault Vest, Thunderbolt probably kills. And it just misses out on the kill. Let's see. So with this, I think it's likely Assault Vest. So here, I'm just going to go for the double protect. I don't see a lot of reason not to, because they do have the fake out, which can be really annoying. And I haven't revealed protect on Mr. Rhyme yet, so maybe I could have just protected Mr. Rhyme, because I haven't... Actually, no, I think I revealed it on turn 1. So Flamethrower would have gone into Paliswine, which is actually not bad because I'm thick fat, and the Flare Blades would have gone into Paliswine as well. So here, I am just going to go for the Thunderbolt into the Azelf spot. And I think I'm just going to go for the high horsepower into the Incineroar. If they do the same play, I'm pretty happy because I think I get the double knockout and I still get Mr. Rhyme on the field. So I hope they just do the same play they did last time, but it's definitely it's definitely dependent on their Azelf spread, because their Azelf, if it's a little bit bulky, it won't kill. Okay, so Grass Knot, I was not expecting them to switch it up, so that's a little bit annoying, I will admit, but it's not the end of the world if I'm able to kill the Azelf, because I should take this Flare Blitz because of the Babri Berry. I mean the Aqua Berry, and I think I should kill the Azelf, getting them down to 2 mons. And let's see if this kills. Okay, I guess, cool, perfect. So now it just depends on what their last mon is, and because I feel like Darmanitans should be pretty good into most of their last couple of mons. So Girder, that's not the best for me. So I don't think I take a Helping Hand Mach Punch from this range. So I think I'm going to have to protect and Psychic into the Girder. Especially because I don't think they expect me to have Protect on the Darmanitan. And so I think this is definitely going to, catch them off guard. If I had Psyshock into a Psychic, I definitely would go for the Blissey, because I think there's a chance that could kill, but with Psychic, there's no way I kill. And so we protect there, and they Flamethrower into the Darmanitan spot, and we get the Psychic off. And that does really good damage, and they Drain Punch into the Darmanitan. Okay, I feel great. I think we got this game, because we can just Psychic and Flare Blitz into the Blissey. I'm pretty sure Flare Blitz does more than Brick Break. Let me check this real quick, because I don't want to, risk. Okay, Flare Blitz does not do more. However, it's a good way to play around possible Chopal Berry. And they go for the Mach Punch, which I should survive. Yes, I do. Perfect. And this Flare Blitz should kill. I'm testing against Max Bulk, and it does perfect. And Psychic should kill. We're able to get game 1. This is huge. This is so huge. My Zen mode Darmanitan finally paid off. I've been trying to run this so many different times, and it never felt like it was worth bringing. And finally, it came, and they doubled up into it because Darmanitan almost never runs Protect. And then I was able to take the Mach Punch because I'm a little bit bulky, and was able to finish off the Blissey and able to win that game. Okay, so I just need to get one more out of these next 2, and I am in great shape. Let's see. So I do have some nice things going for me. They do not know what my Glastrier set is. And so they are likely not going to play around Iron Defense Body Press Glastrier. They just know it's a little bit bulky and has Snarl. So, it's definitely nice. I'm guessing that they're going to try to lead something a little bit more, you know, able to prevent Trick Room from going up. And so I'm just trying to think if there's anything that really really punishes me from, kind of switching it up too much. So should I just lead the Rhyme again? So they didn't reveal Taunt on any of their Mons. We know Grass, so we know Detect, Grass Knot, Flamethrower on Azelf. We don't know its last move. Incineroar, we saw Fake Out, Flare Blitz, I think as its only moves. Girder, we saw Drain Punch and Mach Punch. So I'm thinking we lead this Mr. Rhyme again. And I think maybe Palo, Glastrier, then Darm. And don't go the fast mode. Yeah, I think that seems fair to me. Yeah, let's do it. I'm not sure if this is completely right, but I think this makes some amount of sense to me. But yeah, that definitely was. I did not feel like it was going that well, especially after my my Glastrier died on turn 2, but I somehow squeaked out that game. So they run Incineroar Azelf, so the exact same lead, and I have a slightly different lead. So they get the Intimidate off, and here I think it's probably worthwhile. Do I just double protect? I think we want to just double protect. I don't think I'm gonna risk them, reading me doing the same turn. I don't think I'm going to just set up Trick Room because I don't want to take a Fake Out Flamethrower. So we just get the double protect off. Hopefully they don't have a nasty plot as their last move on Azelf, which would be really devastating here for me. And Fake Out goes into the Rhyme, and the Azelf goes for the Grass Knot. Okay, so cool. So pretty much the exact same thing. And so here, I don't think I take this double up. Actually, I almost certainly don't take this double up. But there's not much else I can do about it. And so, because I don't really want to switch in like Darmanitan into a double up. So I could see an argument for going for the light screen. So yeah, so honestly, if I would have, yeah, I don't know, we'll just see what happens. They likely just going to double up because, and this should definitely kill. Because that's why I have the Aqua Berry, so I can survive attacks from the Incineroar. And so they go for the Flare Blitz, and they do in fact double up as expected, and Mr. Rhyme dies. So yeah, this is definitely one of the awkward parts, and this is why I was thinking about possibly leading Weavile. However, I am able to get the light screen up, which is not bad. And so here I'm going to bring out the Darmanitan. And I'm going to, I think I'm going to attack the Azelf with an Icicle Spear and attack the Incineroar with a high horsepower. I don't think Icicle Spear should kill Azelf, but they're going to need a double up into the Darmanitan to kill it, especially with the light screen up. And the idea is to hopefully get rid of their special attackers, or at least get them pretty low. And let's see what they will end up doing. They might read a protect on the Darmanitan. So Flamethrower goes into the Darmanitan spot. Oh, that was a crit. That was so bad of a crit. Okay, that definitely probably loses me the game here. Yeah. I needed that chip damage or that kill on to the Azelf there. So yeah, the crit was real annoying. Okay, the Incineroar goes up because of the eject button. then they bring out the Durant. And we bring out Glastrier. So yeah, this game is going really bad. That crit is probably game losing for me. We just need to hope that they're hustle Durant and that they just go for and they miss. I think that's pretty much where we at this moment. Because like yeah, if their Azelf was dead right now, I would feel like I feel like I'd be in very good shape. Okay, they switch out Azelf, which I think is big, into Incineroar. Okay, I'm really happy with this play, or with this how this turn progressed so far. So I understand their play, but it's completely irrelevant because I actually don't have any relevant moves. Okay, so that means that they're almost certainly hustle on their Durant. And I get the Iron Defense off. Because let's see, their Durant into my Palace one without hustle. Should that was a roll if it is. I'm just gonna protect. There's no reason to let them just like they're just gonna fake out probably. You know, it's the obvious play. There's not much I can do about it. If I don't protect, and so they protect. They faked out an Iron Head. So we get the +1. So we can likely kill the Incineroar. And I might just do that. I know I can't kill the Durant from just at +2. So yeah, I'm just going to go for the kill on the Incineroar. The Iron Head connects, does reasonable damage, not that bad. The Flare Blitz ends up doing a lot of damage, but it still survives. I definitely think I'm dead with the Azelf just coming in. Yeah, like Azelf Flamethrower should kill me, and the yeah, that crit was bad. If their last mon, if their depends on what their last mon is, but if their last mon wasn't a special attacker, or if it was Blissey, then I think I would have won if they didn't crit, because the Icicle Crash probably kills the Azelf from this range. And so here, all I can do is protect, get a little health from the Life Orb, and hope that I get lucky, basically. I don't know how I could get that lucky, but definitely awkward. And we get the leftovers. And I guess we just have to snarl. Like I said, hope that I don't know how I could get lucky, but you know, definitely okay. They are hustle. We confirmed that. This Flamethrower should kill. Yeah. And, oh, they got the crit. I think it should have killed even without the crit. Yeah, that was definitely I think a large part to have to do with the crit onto the Darmanitan, which prevented me from getting good damage onto it. And so here, okay, so I definitely feel the need to switch it up a little bit. I don't know how I'm going to switch it up though. Okay, so if they lead the same lead, I think Weavile does well into it. And maybe, like honestly, maybe Weavile or Weavile Ninetales. And then in the back, I could do something like Darmanitan and Glastrier. It seems like a very different set, but they only so like Blissey doesn't worry about Glastrier. Like, so if I can get rid of Azelf, Glastrier might be able to just sweep, especially yeah, like it has a good chance to be able to just sweep. However, it definitely likes to be in Trick Room more. So I'm thinking maybe instead of Darmanitan, I get Mr. Rhyme. So we get Weavile, Ninetales, Mr. Rhyme, Darmanitan. Try to try to break through their lead a little bit, and then try to break through their lead a little bit, and then set up Trick Room and sleep with Glastrier. We shall see how it goes, but I think this is my idea. I don't feel super great about this lead decision, but if they leave the same 2 Mons, I think it's pretty good. And so they lead Azelf Blissey, which is not that bad. Okay, so we know it has Tri-Attack, Grass Knot. So I want to just fake out the Azelf. Actually, I don't need to fake out the Azelf, do I? Because I can just throat chop it. That should kill it. And maybe I just go for the Blizzard. So Weather Ball is a lot better if they bring in Incineroar. And so maybe I should Weather Ball. I'm going to Blizzard. This is going to do very negligible damage to the Blissey, but there's a chance it can freeze. And the Flamethrower just goes into my Weavile. It's not that bad. And I take another one of those, actually. So Azelf takes a little chip. Blissey takes a little chip. So I am going to Throat Chop into the Azelf spot, switch into the Mr. Rhyme, because I think this should be able to... I think I'm in pretty reasonable shape. They do bring out the Incineroar, which is more or less what I was expecting, which is one of the reasons why I switched out into Mr. Rhyme. Obviously, if they didn't switch out into Incineroar, the Azelf probably dies. And here, you know, obviously the Serene Grace Flamethrower is going to be pretty annoying, but you know, I think I'm in pretty good shape if I don't get burned here from the Flamethrower. Oh yeah, definitely think I'm in good shape if I don't get burned by the Flamethrower. Even if I get burned, it's not even that bad. Yeah, because I think I would have survived with the even with the burn. And so here, I don't think we want to switch out. I think we just accept that I'm likely going to die and break a possible Chople Berry here, and then go for the Trick Room. There's no way they can kill my Mr. Rhyme here, and so I'm in pretty good shape if I just can set up Trick Room. And we do get the Brick Break into the Blissey, which does okay damage, not the most exciting. They go for the Tri-Attack into the Weavile, which is not that bad. And we get Trick Room up. So we're in pretty reasonable shape, I think. In which we're going to bring out Glastrier. And so here, I can see an argument to protect the Glastrier, but I am just going to set up an Iron Defense and go for a Thunderbolt into the Incineroar. If they fake out my Glastrier, so be it. It's not going to take much damage. And if they don't, then an Iron Defense basically puts me in a situation where I should be able to one-shot everything, or, you know, a vast majority of Pokemon on their team. they withdrew Blissey into a Girder, which I'm pretty fine with. And we get the Iron Defense off. Perfect. So I feel pretty good about my position right now. +2 Glastrier doesn't really need to worry about anything except for specifically the Azelf. And this Flare Blitz is not going to do too much damage because of my Akaberry. And they are both... Okay, the burn's annoying, but I don't think it's the end of the world. Okay, so here we know... Yeah, so here I'm going to go for the kill on Incineroar and the Psychic into the Girder. It might kill the Girder from this range, it's pretty close. And the Body Press should definitely kill the Incineroar and the Blissey, and it honestly has a chance to maybe even kill the... Not kill, but it has a chance to do pretty good damage into the Azelf. But we shall see. So they switch out the Incineroar into the Blissey, so they're sacrificing Blissey here. But they are going to get their Fake Out onto the Incineroar back, which is definitely annoying. However, Blissey dying, it puts us in a pretty good shape. We get the Chilling Egg boost, which is completely useless. They do it for the Drain Punch, which both my mons should survive. And however, with that little extra health, I think they should take, or they should likely be able to take the Psychic. Where without that little chip, no, they probably took it even without that chip. So here they're just going to bring back Incineroar, try to stall out my last turns of Trick Room, which they're likely going to be successful at. Because they can just Fake Out into my Glastrier and attack into my Mr. Rhyme. And so I have 2 more turns of Trick Room, so I am just going to protect. And I think I have to protect because I don't want Ninetales coming out here because it's so fast. And so I think we're in okay shape. Okay, they switch out the Girder, which is pretty smart because actually, yeah, it's pretty smart because they get to actually, I'm not sure why they switched out Girder there. I'm assuming they just Fake Out into that. So yeah, so if I were to Psychic there, I would have done a little bit of damage. But here, we're just going to Body Press into the Incineroar, and I'm going to Thunderbolt into the Incineroar. I'm expecting just them to sacrifice Incineroar or the Girder there. Yeah, and then Azelf to detect. And if they, and so Azelf does detect, unsurprisingly, and Incineroar doesn't, and we kill it with the Body Press. And it's a pretty nice clean kill. And we get another Chilling Boost, which once again does nothing. And Thunderbolt goes into the Protect, which is what I expected. And here, however, we are not dead. So this is definitely an interesting situation of of whether or not I should try to set up Trick Room. I think the answer is probably not. I think this is tough. I think we just protect, set up Trick Room. If Ninetales, or if I don't get Trick Room up, it's not that big a deal. I bring in Ninetales, and Ninetales threatens both these mons pretty good. And if I do set up Trick Room, Glastrier should be able to win. So they just go for the Mach Punch, unsurprisingly. And then they go for probably a Flamethrower into my Glastrier here. So we bring back out Ninetales. And the question is how much damage does this Ninetales do into these mons? So Weather Ball, from my calc, seem like it has a reasonable chance to one-shot. So I believe Moonblast should theoretically kill the Azelf from this range. And Azelf with a Life Orb shouldn't kill my Ninetales. And so I think I'm just going to be safe. Go for the Snarl. Go for the Moonblast into the Azelf. Now I'm going to do it with the Girder. A Mach Punch, which is not that big of a deal. I get the Flamethrower off, which I should survive. And then I should get the Snarl off, and the Moonblast should kill the Girder. So the reason why I decided to go for Girder instead is because Azelf has proven to have Detect on their team, or on their set, and I did not want it to accidentally accidentally go for the Moonblast into Detect, and I'm not as convinced that Girder does. And so here, now, as long as they don't crit my Ninetales, we should win the game. Because they're at -1, so even if my damage calcs were wrong, this should end up getting the kill with the Snarl and the Moonblast. And I think we might have gotten this. This was such a tight set. Let's see. Ninetales should take this. Should definitely take it. Yes. Okay, perfect. And Moonblast should kill. And I somehow got this game. And that means I'm 5-2. So this is the first time I've gone positive record in a season. In addition to this, I'm first place in my division and guaranteed playoffs for the first time, kind of. I've technically made playoffs, but it was on a team dropping out of playoffs. And so this is so exciting. Mismag played so well. That was such a tough set. I can't believe I won. I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you next.